going to talk today a little bit about fishing for crappie with a jig and a fly rod. They make all kinds of poles specifically designed for crappie fishing. They're longer. They use either a little bait casting reel or a little spinning reel. But I like a fly rod simply because I feel like I have a little more control with it. And the idea when you're fishing, we call it tight lining or jig fishing, you're vertical fishing. And the idea is to keep the lure directly beneath the tip of your rod. And you don't want herky-jerky motion, and up and down, round and round. What you're trying to imitate is a minnow swimming in the water. And that little fall that you do when you just hop it like that, the strike will come on that probably 8 out of 10 times. That little fall when you catch it. And you slowly swim it forward and let it fall, and it imitates that minnow injured, and then when it drops, it stimulates a strike. I like to use 8, no more than 10 pound test line. What I've done here, I've just attached it like an extra long leader to your floating line and with monofilament. And it gives you a good sense of feel, and what you'll feel when that fish takes it is a simple thump. Then you set the hook. Another thing that's important is when you're fishing a jig, you want it to swim horizontally in the water. You don't want it hanging off your line down because it doesn't look natural. So you adjust your line to a 90-degree angle to the body, and when it's in the water, it swims horizontally. It's a slow, methodical kind of fishing, and if you're in structure, another thing, or fishing under structure, what this fly rod or the crappie poles allow you to do is gather your line and get the jig up close to the tip of your pole. You swim it under that limb or branch, and then you lower it to the desired depth. And once you find out where that depth is that the fish seem to want to bite best, what I like to do is I gauge my depth at the reel, and I'll either tie a rubber band or a small weight right there, and as I reel it off and I feel that, I know I'm at the depth I need to be. Color is another thing. If you're 2 people fishing, I like one to start with a chartreuse or a yellow and one to start with a white, and we decide which one's the best color. A lot of times it really doesn't matter if the fish are really on a feeding frenzy or a good bite. This is a 1/8 ounce jig, I think, or 3/16. This is plenty big enough, but if you're in real windy, heavy conditions, you might want to go to a heavier jig. If it's real calm and the wind's not a factor, you can go to a lighter jig. The whole key is remember to keep it swimming horizontally in the water, slow movement, a little hop drop, and keep it under the tip of your pole. When you feel that thump, set the hook. Hopefully these simple tips will help you catch more of these.